Hi everybody. Yesterday I downloaded a 15-page transmission that I wish to share with you today, and it talks about deviations, creating new timelines. I also shared with you over the last few days that I received a message that a purge is happening. And so during this 15-page transmission from various different beings that have one voice, they speak as one voice, a collective voice or a voice, guardian's voice that's come through. They wanted to let us know how we've actually evolved already, how things have changed, celebrating us, and that we're not just having to focus on actually what is happening right now. So they spoke about deviations, the fires in LA that were created to push us into other timelines or to hack our ascension timeline as such. I asked when the transmission came through who I was speaking to, and there were beings from the Andromedan Council, there were beings from the Pleiadian Council, the Syrian Council, and then also other guardians of light that were coming through, ascended masters that were sharing information that it was very essential for us to understand and know right now. So they talked about these deviations or these things that have been created by several entities, if you can call them that, that is pushing humanity or wanting to push humanity into timelines that are not for the highest and best and greatest good of us all. And if you can hear the weather in the background, don't worry, we've had the most intense weather over the last few days. We've had 41 millimeters in 15 minutes fall, and that is unheard of. So we're going to see a lot more changes in our weather, a lot more changes in how our weather responds and how quickly, like the rainfall and all of that stuff. There's a lot that's going to be revealed in terms of how we're being manipulated, how things are being manipulated, and also the fact that they're hiding things through the weather. So I'm going to, over the next, I don't know how long it'll take me to go through this transmission, but I really feel it's important to share what Spirit had to say about what is actually happening right now, what's going to be happening, and also where we're actually at. So bear with me as I go through my notes. I wrote it all down. Like I said, it's 15 pages of transmission. So what they wanted us to know is that we are going through a great purge that will make way for new. What is happening in LA, what's happening throughout the world, there's earthquakes happening, there's landslides, there's flooding, there's all sorts of weather events or natural events that's happening that have been instigated as part of a process of control, but also what will come out of it is a great awakening. So Spirit said, we have an opportunity as humanity to anchor into the higher timelines by not giving into the fear. We encourage you to not despair. Find new perspective around what is happening. Guardians of the earth, you'll experience enhanced upgrades. And so they're speaking of us. And they said, guardians of the earth, as this mammoth awakening is happening, we will experience enhanced upgrades. Okay, you will be called to amplify your metaphysical and spiritual efforts during this time. Much work is being done in the astral planes, they said. So when we're sleeping, when we are, our physical bodies are going to rest, we're actually doing a lot of work in the astral plane during dream time or during sleep time. They said you might feel deeply tired as you step into heightened service or heightened level of service, which is a spiritual level of service. A lot of my clients that I've been speaking to recently have spoken about feeling really deeply tired. I've also experienced it myself. So at this stage, we do require rest. They also mentioned, the council mentioned, you are navigating and transforming energies on multiple levels and in multiple dimensions. More people will awaken and grow skeptical of current scenarios and outdated narratives. As more awaken, you will become aware of new advanced technologies, yet your mind and nervous system has to be ready and primed to receive these new technologies and information that comes with it. Telepathy, the telepathy structure and foundations for humanity is very much in place. If you've been watching my lives for a little while, you see that I'm speaking about telepathy foundation, or the telepathy network, that has been, many of us, beings have been working behind the scenes to really anchor that into our framework, to anchor it into our human template as well, our energetic template. It's very much in place, they said, in order to facilitate the necessary communication that will happen between the cosmic beings, the different realms that will be exposed and that be revealed, and not exposed but revealed as such. They say, continue your efforts steady and surely towards a collective goal of peace, co-creation and harmony. They also mention to stay alert and aware, to not feel or think that things are now, we can just go sit down and feel like it's all done. Stay alert and aware. Diversions have been specifically designed by those still clinging to the outdated agendas, which include the decimation and control of humanity. So these diversions are simply the things that are playing out in our reality at the moment. Okay, the fires, the flooding, the earthquakes, all the different things that are playing out in our reality are these diversions that have been created by those that want to cling to outdated agendas, that do not have the new earth prospects, in mind. They want to create a new world order. So their methods will only work if we let it, okay? So they are here to create decimation and control of humanity. However, Spirit is saying to us, their methods will only work if we let it, okay? If we let it happen, or if we just accept that it is so. So we have the power within our own self to choose what feels right, what doesn't feel right, choose what is for our best and greatest good right now. So make really, really clear choices around how we want to move forward as well. These diversions have been created to distance you from your connection to yourself and your connection to source. If you watched a video earlier in the year where I talked about what is the key for this year is to stay connected to your higher self, to source, to stay connected to your heart, Mama Nature. That's going to be very important, and to have a clear channel and be discerning around the energies that you spend time with, be discerning around the energies that you feel, the information that's around you, to be discerning, okay? So the Andromedan Council continued to speak about fear and panic is the modus operandi of these beings that are wanting to stay within the very old structures of control. And so they said, though they will not succeed, if we choose to stay neutral, connected to source, and aware of the truth. Fear and panic creates distortions in your energy field and opens portals to negative energies. Therefore, they are creating scenarios, diversions, and experiences, whatever you want to call it, that is fueling fear and panic, okay? Be aware that fear and panic create distortions in your energy field and opens portals to negative energies. Okay, so we ask you to keep an open mind and to keep your energy clear, keep your mind clear, and keep more positive. It's going to be a year of courage, as I've mentioned in the last few days as well. And this courage will come from a deep sense of truth, a deep sense of love and compassion, and also being connected to source. You will notice, they've continued to say that you will notice increased sightings and reports of off-planet crafts presented by the news and social media outlets. This is already very apparent on social media, that there are many different sightings, there are many different types of things that's being revealed through the technologies that are available here on this planet, that has been kept away from humanity for a very long time. Yet we are experiencing those through the diversions and through the things that they are creating in our reality. They also went on, the Andromedan Council went on to say that following will be an event that will create a heightened awareness of all of planet civilizations and their purpose. Okay, so following this year, like all of these things that's happening right now, this year there will be an event that will create a heightened awareness of off-planet civilizations and their purpose. They also went to say on this morning that this event will be the catalyst to change the trajectory for humanity in a completely different way. It'll, change the trajectory completely, and ultimately change the future of our planet. They went on to say that 2025 and 2026 will be dominated by interstellar craft reports and sightings, and even visitations to individuals. Now, I want to add to this, because Spirit came through with this a little while ago, said that remember that off-planet beings have been and are on this planet already. They have been here for a very long time. They are not here to do harm. They are here to collaborate, co-create, and teach as well. They are not here to blow up our planet or take it over. This is very important for you to understand this, okay? There are human beings that have an agenda that they are playing out around scaremongering people to make them believe that we are going to be taken over, or that they have to run for their lives, they have to leave their houses. Please do not listen to any of these reports. In the way that these beings will contact us is going to be through individual experiences or group experiences. And obviously they talk of a mass event that will happen, that will change the trajectory of humanity or of our timelines as such. So all I know that there's definitely going to be individual contact through those people that can actually give clear messages of truth through. Those wanting to hold onto old structures will use these events of contact as diversions, okay? And once again, these diversions are created to almost hack our timelines, to push us onto different timelines, okay? We are ascending, we are evolving as human beings, and they know that our consciousness, and they have been tracking our consciousness to see which level of consciousness we are at. We are becoming more aware, we are listening, we're understanding, we're not pandering to what they're saying anymore. We're actually making our own choices, which is going to be really important going forward. So the council went on to say that multiple staged events designed to fuel fear and panic have been and will be continued to be formulated. And they ask that we use our discernment and choose a higher vibration. Fewer of those staged events will be permitted to play out as Earth and humanity is receiving and have been receiving higher support. So do not give in to fear and drama and the propaganda and fake timelines and fake stories or fake realities that they are trying to push us into. Let me give you an example of that. So stories are created in order for people to anchor into that story. The more people who believe a specific story, the more we are riding that timeline or on that timeline, okay? So we are the people that can choose to deviate from that timeline into a higher vibrational timeline, into a timeline that is connected to the directive of the new earth, which is freedom, co-creation, unconditional love, collaboration, peace, harmony, okay? So I want, and there's more, so there's probably about 9 more pages that I need to get through. But I really invite you, and I feel that Spirit through their message invite us to do whatever we can through meditation. And they actually speak about that during this transmission as well. They say, do your meditation, do your practices, stay connected with nature, okay? So the next thing they said, the intergalactic guardians are working with some of your earth guardians, and they are operators of the light. Light forces are assisting during current events where permitted. So the fires, the flooding, whatever the agenda is at the moment, the timelines, the false timelines, there are people, physical people, guardians of the earth and guardians of the cosmos, working together to really mitigate the risk or reduce the risk of these happenings as such, okay? So much of the old paradigms are going up in flames. A great purge that is happening right now to make way for the new will also see media outlets to be they'll begin to be very pressurized to actually share more honest reports and the truth of what is actually playing out in our reality, okay? So revelations and innovations will be at the heart of our human evolution, and we will feel our inner needs and outer reality constantly shifting. So this is what's going to be happening for us as human beings right now. And we have been feeling that in 2024, it was like we were being set up to, and I've said this many times, we are being set up to really navigate the energies in 2025. Our nervous systems have been recalibrated, reset in a way, and is being reset in order for us to really navigate more of these higher frequency energies and experiences and events that are happening in 2025. So the cosmic pulses of light and heightened frequencies will prompt you to spend more time in meditation. And this is what I said. They said an integration of powerful forces that are actually shaping your reality, and that the beings of light that are working in support of all that is unfolding they're ensuring that a proper integration of these energies are happening on an individual basis. So we each have a team of guides or a support team, our higher self, and it's very important right now to be connected with source, with what's actually playing out in order for you to harmonize your own energy, okay? And also reset your nervous system, because your nervous system, remember I said if they keep you in fight and flight, it is opening up negative portals or portals for negative energies to come in. And that is when we anchor into the lower timelines. We don't want to do that. We want to anchor into the higher timelines. So the vibrational pulses are here to support us to do that. And a lot of you will feel like this push and pull experience within your reality, within your inner world. And it's to center yourself, to really center and just feel the aliveness of source, of joy, of love, unconditional love move through you. And they very much talk about it in the transmission of compassion being a very important part of our human evolution during this time. So they also said living in alignment with these cosmic forces means that you will have to recognize the disconnections and also the current connections of your mental, emotional, physical, and spiritual requirements. So, what do you require? What does your body require? Sustenance, good food, sleep, more rest perhaps, okay? Your emotional state will be up and down, so it's about recalibrating those emotions, using your tools, sitting in stillness, centering yourself, anchoring into the earth, and anchoring above as well through your column of light, okay? By listening to your body and resting when required, being connected to nature and creating for yourself a more harmonious state of being, you will be able to navigate your reality and all that is unfolding with more ease. Intuition and revelations through the sensitive layers of your intuition is what will reveal to you the powerful energies you can access within in order to create this harmony, healing, and deeper connection for yourself. You will discover more ways to integrate these new energies and frequencies and how to benefit from them. Every frequency will be felt, and you will learn how to navigate your frequency architecture. Frequency will become your forte. A multitude of energetic patterns shape all of divinity, including the way in which energy becomes matter. So what we are going to be taught in the next, I'd say, couple of years especially, and I also always talk about 2025 being a pivotal year as well, where a lot of human beings will activate their new human abilities, so their superpowers, their gifts, their enhanced abilities, okay? And so as that comes online, or you come online, you get activated more into your truth, into your original blueprint, which I call the gold print, okay? You will become aware of how energy becomes matter, how to create using energy in a much easier way or formula, pretty much being given through your guides, through your higher self, the formula how to create abundantly for yourself in every way, on every level, okay? So that is definitely becoming more apparent. So Spirit was talking about very much in the beginning of this transmission about what is happening right now, what is going to be playing out perhaps in the next 6 to 9 months, and then they're moving now into I feel more of a celebration of where we're going and also how far we've come, okay? So then I really felt the Andromedan Council step forward, and this is what they had to say. The divine structure, the framework of your human body, will come into resonance with the divine structure of the multidimensional layers which support your energetic foundations, okay? Your human frameworks contain the information of how all expressions of divinity is shaped, and you will access and be able to disseminate the information currently unique to you. So, about a few weeks ago, I think it was a few weeks ago, they talked about the Magi 8 unified template, which is being activated within humanity. This Magi 8 infinite potential template, they talk about again. It is the Magi 8 unified template has been anchored into your human framework, which allows every individual's unique cosmic coding to be fully activated, meaning you will understand how your ability to create can unfold at multiple levels of your reality. How cool is that? This concept will also help you understand that how quickly and easily you can grasp and execute frequency or information that is translated through your body as frequency, then becoming, information that you can work with. They're saying this will then assist you with your ongoing evolution and expansion of your consciousness. So this is very exciting times. Many of you have already accessed the universal codes of light through your causal center, located at the base and back of your head. So the causal center at the base and the back of the head is the karmic center. Okay, so with this process, what's happening, we are beginning to release a lot of karma. We are releasing old paradigms, old patterns, processes, limiting beliefs, old fears, and we are stepping into a new human template. We are beginning to understand that we can work from a different framework. So to disseminate this high level of universal information, each individual will come to a uniform access point. So this is where it gets a little bit spiritual sciences, and when I transmit or when I download information from the Andromedans, they can be sometimes quite technical, so I'll try and explain it. So to disseminate the high level of information that is coming through your causal chakra or through your channel for each individual, this is a uniform access point. Okay, so it's becoming a uniform access point where you will be able to very quickly and easily receive information that will help you release the karmic debris or the karma or the energies, the denser energies, and help shift you into higher timelines. All right, and this will help you create a new reality. This is a simple choice, and this is what they said to me. I said, well, okay, great, that's like great, thank you for sharing that, but how do we do this? And they said, it is through a simple choice. Do you choose love or do you choose fear? Okay, so your timeline shift can happen through you simply going, I no longer want to be, feeling, inadequate, feeling disconnected from myself, feeling like I'm unworthy, living in a state of fear and panic and frustration and anger. I don't want to be in that anymore. I'm moving into a more harmonious state of flow. I now choose to be kind to myself, be compassionate to myself and others, to give myself space and room to unfold and expand and breathe and be, and to do more of what I love, and to give myself the love that I so deserve, that is already mine. The love is already yours. Okay. They went on to say, this is still the Andromedan Council, 2025 is a pivotal phase of divine radiance and unconditional love. Many beings of light and earth beings have been working to increase the levels and frequencies of love and harmony on your planet. Cherish all living things. Be kind and compassionate to others. Care for each other. This is going to become very apparent in our new earth. Caring for each other. It's not just every man for its own. Yes, we have to take responsibility for our own stuff, for our families. However, compassion is going to be, like I said earlier on, very much the key frequency, the key emotion, the key feeling, the helping hand that we're going to extend to other people, to show that we care, to help other people. Okay, especially with the experiences or the events that are going to be playing out this year. The new human and new earth directive under the law of one is that humanity enter a phase of unified consciousness, co-creation, collaboration, connection to higher frequencies and to the earth. Compassion, so this is just what I said now. Compassion will be the force that moves you from distorted frequencies into a more harmonious state of flow and freedom. Grace and unity will be at the heart of who you are. As you discover that anxiety does not have to be the overarching catalyst or the driving force of your creations and your reality. You have realized by this time, well, they said that we already have, many of us have realized that the way forward in love and to be love is aligning with the origin of love within. Okay, so what that means is that they're saying that we are already love. We have just forgotten, and we are remembering our divinity. We're remembering that we are beings of source, that we have this access to universal wisdom through ourselves, and we are beginning to activate that wisdom within ourselves and beginning to remember. Okay, our DNA is upgrading. So, centering yourself and tuning into the ever-flowing current of the life force pulsating through you, regardless of confusing situations and information that might be playing out in your reality. This will help you find an internal space, and the internal force that moves through you will guide you to your higher divinity and well-being. It will also be more easily accessible and bring more optimism, passion, grace, and purpose. And for those people that know what I'm talking about, you know that reaching into higher timelines, raising your vibration, not anchoring into fear, panic, frustrations, anger, deception, whatever is being created here, right? If you're anchoring into those timelines, that will be your reality. So through this transmission, Spirit's very much saying there's been a mammoth shift in consciousness that's happened for humanity. We are beginning to live from more optimism, passion, grace, and purpose, and to not let the events that's playing out right now pull you from those ascension timelines. You have to be willing and able to take the action and to stay on those timelines and continue to raise your frequency through meditation, through intention, through listening to your intuition, using your discernment around which energies, which people, which situations you want to be around. Okay? You understand? They're saying this is where we are right now. You understand that you are the master of your energy and reality. Now, I want to say that many people are in understanding, yet there are still many people plugged into the matrix, many people plugged into fear and control, many people that are disassociated, that have no idea of actually what's going on, and those people need us, the awakened ones, or the people that are have different information, can share what they know with those that are not yet awake. And then those people have a choice where they go, do I choose love or do I choose fear? And remember, this is what Spirit said. When we choose love or when we choose fear, this is the catalyst to us releasing these karmic debris, the karmic patterns, the dense energies, the processes, the programming, okay, that we have lived from for a long time. Okay, so what else did they say? So you understand that you are the master of your energy and reality and can choose to respond or react to situations, experiences, and events in a more wholesome way. Though fear is ever present, you have learned that it does not have to be the driving force. Gratitude is more generously flowing through humanity, the consciousness of humanity. We can feel more gratitude. We feel more grateful. I can't read my own handwriting. You also have become more confident in your own energy and your own body and your abilities. And with this, you have become more anchored than before. You have noticed that truth, kindness, and compassion radiate distinct wave patterns from you in order to create a more harmonious reality. So when you are in the energy of compassion versus the energy of fear, you radiate distinct wave patterns from you in order to create a more harmonious reality. You have achieved much, dear humans, and we celebrate your passionate growth and determination to better different aspects of yourself. You will continue to weave layer upon layer of these energetic and ever pulsating and transformational forces in your life to form a new and solid foundation for you to live from. The energies of compassion will continue to flow through you gently to soften any agitation and frustrations, and also at the same time to really just start dissolving that space where you feel like you don't feel comfortable in the unknown. Okay, there will be a softness, like you'll just feel like, okay, I'm good here, I'm okay. And from the space of the unknown, you'll be able to then create new. As your energy expanded, and this is about, they're talking about now, as we've seen your energy expanded and you continue to expand it, it has created a collective ripple of more peace and harmony amongst your communities and the entire planet. Fractured energies have become whole in many instances. So have distortions been uncreated by many beings of light that have been working behind the scenes with the guardians of the earth as well. The advice we can give you is to, I can't read my own handwriting. Okay, so the advice we can give you is to swiftly, if you see yourself feeling disconnected from your inner self, to become receptive to that and to swiftly come into your center. Meditate, connect with your divine self, to your team, and feel love's expansion within you. New light surges and cosmic frequencies will continue to light up your world. Now more than before, you are better equipped as you have learned to listen more to your inner world and your inner voice of truth, and allow it to guide you to more harmony. Recognize how far you have come, dear human beings, as also an individual and as the collective. Celebrate the dawn of a new day for humanity, and do not engage in the drama which is unfolding. Hold those that are going through these events in compassion, as they too have decided to engage in different timelines and in the evolution of humanity. There will be respite for those affected by the changes to your world. Listen to this message. There will be respite for those affected by the changes to your world. Many beings of light and teams on and off ground will support all efforts. And that was the end of the transmission. So my loves, I feel that there was a lot shared in that transmission. Perhaps some of it you've already known. One thing is for sure, it probably will get worse before it gets better. And to be prepared, not, energetically prepared, prepare your nervous system, but also to anchor into the higher timelines of love, to not live in a state of fear. And also, just something that dropped in for me just before I came on this live to share this transmission today. Spirit said to me, and they're reminding me about it now. Be aware of the way you speak of these events and how you hold space for these events that's unfolding. If you are using words that are of a lower vibrational frequency in order to explain these events to someone else, it is perpetuating the cycle. If you can hold space and compassion for these events and these people and these beings that are going through these events, and you give your support and your energy in a way that can be more joyful and uplifting, and where communities can come together and rebuild, okay, that's going to be important going forward. Sympathy is not going to be something that is going to help people move forward. Empathy, compassion, co-creation, rebuilding together is going to be very much at the heart of how we can move into more higher timelines as well. So thank you so much for listening to this transmission today. Feel free to invite people into this group if you want them to listen to this transmission. It is a very important transmission right now from the councils of light, from Spirit, that is wanting us to understand that there are many different levels unfolding right now, and that there will be more shared, more levels unfolding, and to not give in to the drama, to not give in to the fear, to choose, do you want to continue being bombarded by weather events, and you know what's going on with the weather, you know it's being controlled, you know that there are technologies that are being used in order to control the weather, and you know what is happening with the drones, that, you know, the drones are not here for humanity's highest and best and greatest good. The drone technology is being used against humanity. So what do you want to do about it? Choose. What will help you to safeguard your future? And Spirit's just coming through with a message right now saying, prepare yourself energetically, prepare your nervous system, but also mentally and emotionally, and also physically. You know, prepare yourself physically. I'm not saying go to a shop and go buy supplies and go out and buy all the food in the shops and go crazy. I feel that very much we are here to help each other and stand together and help each other in a way that is different from before, where compassion and kindness will be at the root, and love will be at the root of our new earth. So my loves, thank you so much for listening. I hope you have an amazing day, and so much love and compassion to all of those beings that are affected by these events that are shifting and changing, and certainly, you know, purging many of the things that have been behind the scenes, held in secret, that will be revealed this year. So even though a lot of what we are witnessing right now is not necessarily something nice to witness, right? And I'm not going to, because Spirit just said, don't use words like devastating, okay? Don't use words like that hold a lower frequency, because that will just create that frequency and it keeps us on a lower frequency. Use words that are uplifting. And I feel that these events are enlightening. They're going to help people realize a lot of things, wake more people up, raise our consciousness in order for us to evolve. And as there's more messages coming through. There's one thing I want you to understand, that these people that are trying to control humanity, they very much tapped in and tuned into our level of consciousness, where we at. How much do we know? How much do we actually know and understand? They're very much aware of that. And with that, they've realized that actually we are evolving much quicker than they thought. And that they've got to do some things in order to try and keep the control. Now, this is where the important thing comes in, is to really choose, be discerning, be really strong in your capacity as a sovereign being, as a being that chooses freedom and freedom over fear, okay? Freedom and love. And this sense of sovereignty will bring with it a new level of strength so that you can get through the hard times and get through the difficult decisions. And as Spirit said, it is going to be a year of courage. It'll give a new meaning to what courage actually means for humanity. Okay, my loves, much love from my heart to yours. Keep watching my lives, and please feel free to ask any questions. If you have any questions, I will be sharing some more transmissions throughout this time to ensure that we keep each other up to date and that you know what's actually happening behind the scenes. Lots of love.